Hey guys, um, if anybody tunes in on this on a Thursday afternoon, let me know you can hear me okay. Most of you will probably be hearing this a little bit later, if you can hear me at all. But I'm guessing you can. Hope the wind isn't too bad. I've got this mic on, and it's supposed to block the wind, but some stuff I want to talk about. I've been busting my ass, and just had a moment, and I felt like I need to come up for air, enjoy a little fire, have a cigar, and have a little conversation. Hold on a second. I think I titled this Sacred Cows. Beautiful day here, by the way. And Recklessness in personal protection training industry, something like that. I spit when I smoke these. I have about one a month. I do that because I'm such a lightweight, even though this is a really mild cigar. I don't get too big of a buzz. Sacred cows and recklessness in the personal protection industry. There are names out there, big names usually, that nobody will challenge. No matter how reckless they are, no matter how irresponsible they are, no matter how dangerous the things that they're teaching, or no matter how intellectually dishonest they are, people won't challenge them. The industry itself won't even challenge them, which is really sad. Because we have a moral obligation, we have a moral responsibility for what we do. To first do no harm. And for some reason, we feel like whatever they say is gospel and can't be touched, can't be challenged. A lot of psychology going on there. A lot of cognitive biases, status quo bias going on. A lot of halo effect going on, for those of you who aren't familiar with the halo effect. Halo effect is a psychological phenomenon when people are put up onto a pedestal and they have a perceived authority that people will follow them at all costs. And we also know that over 80% of the population will make their decisions based on consensus. People are afraid to be ostracized by the herd, or they don't want the hassle. Or even worse, what happens is that these sacred cows have big followings, and a lot of them are in the world of psychology and world of narcissism anyway, psychology of narcissism. A lot of them are flying monkeys that will do the dirty work of the narcissist or the sacred cow. Oftentimes without even asking. They'll turn and attack anybody who's thinking critically by any stretch of the imagination. And it's a real problem because so many people are suggestible to these people. They don't have the training and they don't have the knowledge, including a lot of instructors, by the way. If the instructors are watching right now, this might include you, probably does. Well, we have a tendency to defer to what is most popular. I can tell you this, that I know how this is probably going to sound, right? Or what you think my motives are behind this, but really my motives are, I can search my heart and know that my motives are pure. It takes a certain level of skill to see through the bullshit. And there's the obvious stuff out there, right? Like there's the Detroit urban survival training shit that everyone can see is garbage. Well, with almost everyone anyway. Obviously they have massive following. He has a massive following, right? That believes in what he's saying. But I'll tell you this, the people at the highest level that are respected within this industry, many of them aren't far behind. If you understand real neuropsychology, if you understand real cognitive psychology, if you understand real ecological psychology, if you have a real background and a deep understanding of motor learning and how that works, when you have a deep understanding of the real safety protocols of force on force, if you have a background in media, propaganda, framing, mass communication, influencing techniques, you can see right through this shit, man. And it's hard. It's hard to see so many people fall for it, but it's even harder when, look, I'm going to say something here, and I don't mean any disrespect to people out there who just want to put their head down and stay in their lane and not cause any problems, and they don't want any drama. I mean no disrespect to you. Okay? Hold on one second. I got to fix my cigar. It's a little burning uneven here. I hate it when that happens. So if you're an industry person and you don't want, by the way, can you guys hear me okay? If you're an industry person and you don't want to speak up, like, I get it. You know? I get it. Trust me, I do. On the other hand, we kind of got to hold each other in check. And that's myself included, by the way. And I'm not talking, by the way, about subjective preferences. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about a preference and we're going to get into circular arguments around preferences and, opinions. Okay? Even though an opinion is not an argument. In the world of logic and critical thinking, an opinion is not an argument. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things that are blatantly reckless. I'm talking about things that are flat out false claims or things that can really put people in danger. When safety protocols are violated, grossly violated, and other principles, inflexible principles, that if are not followed can really put someone who's dealing with the psychology of the Dunning-Kruger effect, people of low ability who suffer from an illusory superiority and a metacognitive inability to recognize it, in danger. Or people who just want to kiss ass, and go along with the in crowd. Man, that's even worse, right? I see these people who want to suck up and kiss ass to these big names all the time, just because they want to fucking position themselves. I see it. I see it, man. I see these people not only not speaking out, but actually promoting and sucking up to these things. And it only perpetuates a false narrative. It only perpetuates a false paradigm. You know, none of us have all the answers, and I think it's important that we are intellectually honest about that. That's what a theory is. A theory openly admits that it requires further exploration, myself included. So it's important that we're challenging our own thesis. It's important that we're challenging our own theories. Josh said if it wasn't working, I would stay for the entire live. Well said, bro. Thank you. Bella says, say it, posse. Thank you. Appreciate that, guys. So the real question is, not the real question, but one of many is, are people, well, one, that we know that fewer than 90% of people ever think critically. There's that, right? And it's considered disrespectful to think critically these days. It's a war on reason, right? But the question is, like, these people, these cults of personality within our industry, the question to really ask yourself, to look at things critically, is, are they really in this to serve others, or are they really in this to serve themselves? You know? To me, it's obvious. I'm not just saying this, like, I really mean it. It's painfully obvious. And I just feel like this industry needs a reformation. It needs to be reformed. These are indulgences, right? You pay the person so that you can touch their perceived magic, right? And then somehow, because you pay them and you spend a little bit of time with them, maybe a half a day, maybe a few days, you spend a little bit of time with them, somehow, some way, that's supposed to transfer over to you. And now somehow you're supposed to have a level of unconscious competence to keep yourself alive in a very highly complex, fluid, and dynamic, rapidly evolving situation. And so the cognitive illusions kick in, right? And people want to confirm their own bias. We're living in a time when the truth is a lie and the lie is the truth. And social media, especially Instagram, YouTube, whatever, those algorithms are intentionally designed to push what is most sensational and what is dumbed down. So you have these people who are big names that are technically working for an algorithm because their content that they've chosen are cherry-picked and designed to feed the algorithm. So what's Todd done? What's Todd doing? Todd's nailed his 95 thesis on the door of the Church of Self-Protection, Self-Defense, Personal Protection, Firearms Training, whatever you want to call it. Apparently these days it doesn't matter what you call things. Just call it whatever the fuck you want. Which is another conversation. And I'm calling for the end of these indulgences. I want to translate the Self-Defense Bible and have it be accessible for everybody into a language that everybody can understand. Because I think it's necessary. It's not fun. Recently I had somebody send me a message saying, stirring the pot, I see. Here's how I responded. I said, in the world of cooking, stirring helps to speed up the heating process. In the world of cooking, stirring the pot enhances flavor. So yeah, I guess you could say that I'm stirring the pot. You know, I guess then also what I'm asking for those who are watching, those who will see this, all 4 people that will see this, I'm asking you to stop following them. I'm not saying you should follow me. I'm just asking you to stop following them. You're part of the problem. Stop being a sycophant to these people. Stop glorifying them. Wouldn't you rather glorify God? Wouldn't you rather have your own esteem for yourself? Wouldn't you rather seek the truth, no matter how difficult that is? Especially in self-defense. Don't you want to get to the bottom of things? You just want to go through the motions and check the box and go along to get along. Like I said, I don't blame you if that's what you want to do, but get it? You want to lead, maybe you want to lead by example, right? And have people gravitate toward what you do instead of what others. But what if you did both? What if you want people to gravitate toward what you did, but then steer them away from the bullshit because they're caught in a trap? You know? Sort of like saying that, you know, OnlyFans and soft porn on Instagram is somehow enhancing marriages. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like promoting, it's like not warning people that junk food is going to be harmful to their health, you know? It's like giving people lots of cotton candy and, you know, not warning them that it can end up, probably will end up with rotten teeth and diabetes, right? And Joe, oh snap. It's a reckless and blatant disregard for human life. So what we're doing is we're trading esteem for lives, trading dollars for lives. We're trading status and clicks for lives. Don't even get me started on just the ignorance part of it and the lack of understanding when it comes to real motor learning and blah, 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 and staying up to date. That's a whole nother conversation. Right now, I'm just talking about what is blatantly reckless. Maybe you don't know it's blatantly reckless because you haven't been exposed to anything else. Right? So I'm asking you to stop. I'm asking you to unfollow those people. I'm asking you to ask others to unfollow those people, even if it's out of morbid curiosity. I did a long time ago, but I can't help it because people send me shit, you know, and they send me shit because like you need to see this. Like people want me to make videos like this. People want me to comment on it, you know. I do have the background. I am a magician at a magic show. You know, that shit doesn't work on me. I hope it doesn't work on you. I'm doing the best I can to eliminate you. I gotta go. I got a call.